everyone, it's Lisa. Today on Doodle Draw Art, we're going to draw Hedwig, and this is a special request from my friends Lucas and Aiden. So I always like to start with sketches, so I'm going to sketch a nice light circle here in the middle, and that's where Hedwig's head is going to go. And then his body is going to come out from behind his head, and I'm just going to draw a bit of an egg shape coming down from his head. And then I'm going to draw two circles here, two ovals, that's where his feet will be. And then his tail is going to be angling away from his feet like this. So I'm just going to show a nice gentle sketch here of where the tail will go. The tail feathers will go. And then I'll show where the wings are going to go. So thinking about the head here, we're just going to come to a little bit higher than halfway. I'm going to make a bump like this, and then I'm going to curve under, and then I'm going to come out to the side like that. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to find that same spot on the curve, like right across from here, and it's going to come out a little bit, and then it's going to curve up, and then I'm going to make the wings swoop like this until the tips of the wings, and then we're going to draw a big curve that comes all the way back to the body. So from over here now, I'll draw a big curve that comes all the way back into the body. So this is helping me make sure I have enough room on my whole page to draw Hedwig. And I think maybe I have one wing bigger than the other, so I'm just going to bring this in to match so they're the same size. So this always helps you when you get started to draw if you check to see if everything looks good before you go too much farther. And I think it looks good. And my Hedwig is going to be holding an envelope, so I'm just going to make the envelope sticking out from behind his feet here like this, so I can see that as well. Okay, so let's get started on the features. So we're just going to make like an 8 shape, the shape of the number 8. So I'm going to curve in a circle in this direction here, and then come back into the middle, and then I'm going to curve in a circle in that direction, back into the middle. And that's where I'm going to meet to draw his little beak. So right in here, I'm going to draw some little feathers that come down like this, and then I'll draw in the beak like so. You could just draw a little line on there to show that it's got some there's a peak in the beak. Yeah, peak in the beak. And then we're going to draw the feathers that come around like this, all the way around this little 8 shape. We're just going to draw feather shapes. Going out and away, go out and in, out and in, out and in, all the way around the number 8. Now I'm going to come back in here and just do a few that come from the middle, because they're going away from the middle of his face like that. Okay, so that's the middle of his face. Now we're going to draw his eyes. So we're going to come back in here, now we're going to think about donuts a little bit. I'm just going to draw circles in the middle of donuts, just like this. And then I'm going to make the eye socket. So I'm just going to make here, I'm going to make little feather shapes that kind of come a little bit over the top of this donut, and they're just going to be like eyelashes that go out past the circle shape again. Do the same thing on the other side. We're going to come in closer to the nose, and we're just going to make little lines that come right across the circle that I made, and they're going to keep going out past the edge of the eye. And then we're going to draw the eye circles. So owls have really big eyes, so we're going to have this big black section in here, and then we're going to have like maybe the whites of the eye. So we're just going to come around it again like this. We'll do the same thing on the other side. We'll draw the black part of the eye. But you see, it's not a whole circle. It's just a U shape coming back and touching the eyelid. And then again, the white of the eye. So just around the edge like this and right back up. All right, so there's the face part for Hedwig. And now we're going to draw the feathers that come around the top of his head, just like this. And they're going to meet back up with the figure 8 that we drew. Just like that. And then we'll draw his little, like the chin where his feathers meet up with his neck. So it's just going to come around like this and all together. Now you might want to draw a Gryffindor scarf on Hedwig, so you could just draw a little line that goes around like this underneath that face, and then we'll just draw the little stripes for the scarf so that we can color it in with red and yellow, gold. Okay, now let's draw his feet. So his little feet are down here holding onto this letter. So we're going to draw, maybe let's draw the little toenails first. It's talons. So we're going to have 1 talon and 2 talons and 3 talons, I think, showing on this foot, and then we can draw the shape of the foot. So let's look at this first talon. It's attached to a toe, so we're just going to make some feathery toe shapes here. So basically that was a U, but I did it with feathers, jagged marks. And then we'll do the same thing on this other toe over here, and then we'll do the same thing on this other toe over here. And then we can just leave this blank because the belly is going to touch that. So let's do the same thing with this other. See, there's the oval that I made. I sketched in with my pencil. I'm going to make a triangle here for one toe, one talon, another triangle for another talon, and another triangle for the last talon. And then I'm just going to make these jagged marks coming into the middle toe, like that. And then I'm going to come connecting to the toes on the outside, and then I'll come back up to the top of the foot, and I'll just make some feathery shapes that come down to the edge of the toe. All right, so I'm just going to make this foot a little bit more easy to see, and then we're going to come back up here where the head meets the wings, and we're going to make the feathers that come down toward the body. So we're going to have feathers that come down like this, and we're going to come right down to the feet, all the way down like that. And then we can draw a few more feathers in here that just sort of show that the body comes in towards the middle like this. And we can draw some more just little curved lines here to make it look like he's got lots of feathers. Okay, he's looking pretty cute so far. I'm just going to draw inside the eyes here. I'm going to draw a big white circle that's out in the outside corners like this. And then I'm going to draw a little white circle, and I'm going to color in the rest of this, because I always find that a character comes to life the most when you can see the black part of the eye. But you want to have that reflection too, so that's going to help. All right, very good. And once I did that, I also noticed I should probably have some feathery lines in here for the nose, and I should have some feathers that go underneath the eyes like this, just some little lines to show that there's feathers all through here. Like so. All right, now let's draw the tail feathers. Actually, let's draw the envelope. So we're just going to make a V shape right here in the middle, going up like this. And then, because I already know the shape of my envelope, I can take this one to the corner and this one to the corner. So you see I didn't start down at this corner. I started in touching here. And then I'll just go around the outside edge of this envelope. Like that. Great, now the tail feathers are just going to come from behind like this and make like a little curvy finger shape. Same thing on the other side. They're going to come down from behind like this, jump over the envelope, and make a little curvy finger shape that comes in. And then we can just keep coming back out to the edge of the owl and make these curved lines for the feathers. Do the same thing on this side, curving in, back out, curving in, and we'll make a few more here. And there's going to be one that's right in the middle, so let's just make that one now. And then we can connect these other ones in behind, like so. And this one coming in, and make one here coming in, and then we'll just tuck another one in behind there. So that's his tail. And then we're going to draw the feathers on the wings. So we're just going to come out like this and make feathery shapes, and then swoop up like this, and come back in a little bit to make this feather, and then finish this feather right up here coming in. So that makes the whole top edge of his wing. And we can also come back down toward here and draw like the muscle part of his wing. So just going to make some lines that come up this way, that show that his muscle, and it's going to come out thinner toward here. And then we can draw all the other feathers. So let's start with the inside feather. So let's go back down here and let's make feathers. Let's make some little U's that are just going to come. Basically, I'm going to make a line here for you. Basically like this. That's the shape. I'm just going to make little U's that are all starting around that little line that I drew. And they're just going to keep coming out. Now, in behind these ones, we can draw another row. So we're just going to come back toward the middle of the bird, and we'll draw another row of feathers that are a bit longer than those ones, just in behind. They don't have to be too perfect. but they're just in behind that last row. That's how birds can fly, because they have so many rows of feathers. And then we'll make the last row. We're just going to come back up to the edge here. We're just going to make long, thin feathers that are going to come out sort of toward this line that I made before. We're not going to go, we're going to end them around here. So we're going to have long rows of feathers, long, thin feathers coming in, just like that. And they're getting shorter and then connecting in. All right, so then you can erase your little pencil lines that you drew so you can see the edge of your wings. Looks good. Okay, same thing on the other side. So we're going to start off by just drawing a little line here that shows the edge, and then we're going to draw a feather like this, and then another feather like this, and then we're going to come out all along, and they'll draw another little jag that comes in, and then the main feather that finishes the edge of his wing. We can come back in here and draw this little sketch line that shows the shape of his muscles. And then you can even make those sort of feathery. And then we can do the same thing we did before. We'll make a little curve here that's going to show us where all these inside U's go. So we'll just make some little short feathers coming from that first curve. And they're going to come in like this. And then behind that row of feathers, we're going to make another row. So we'll come out like this, making another row of feathers. Comes in. This one's going to come all the way around. See, this is the row here. It's going to come all the way around toward the bird and just connect like that. I guess we'll connect this one too. And then we'll draw the final row, which is these long, thin feathers that are coming all the way out, getting shorter and coming in kind of along this line that we drew. And almost done. There we go. All right, so now what you can do is get your marker and go ahead and finalize all these lines that you drew. So drawing with pencil first is a great way to make sure that your sketch lines are exactly the way you want them to be. Because if you start off drawing with pen or with marker, you're going to end up with things that you don't like in the end, that you don't think look just right. So you can draw these over with marker, or you can just leave them with pencil. I might just leave mine with pencil today. So I'm just going to go back through and erase any pencil lines that I can still see that were sketch lines. All right, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me draw Hedwig today. Please click like if you liked this video. And you could leave me a comment in the comments section. Let me know what you would like to draw. And subscribe for more Doodle Draw art. Thanks for watching.